Hello and welcome. Alex is back. Will, Alex, whatever you want to call him these days. Back. We're talking some Invincible just because we've both been fans of the series, right? Fans of the series. You liked it for the most part.
For the most
Yes.
part.
Yeah. I watched it with the kiddos, and been I have been eagerly anticipating it, but partially for the kids, but partially because I've enjoyed it, and we had some observations. We were talking back and forth, so we thought we'd share them all with you and get what you guys all think about it too. But yeah, generally, we're just gonna go straight into spoilers. I don't think there's any real reason to just meander about. Um, I generally liked season one was better than season two, but season two was okay. Was looking forward to the season. Still somewhat happy with one through three, but there's some things that are just sort of irksome for me. What's your take on it so far?
The show is like having a really smart kid that doesn't apply himself in school.
Okay.
Like, because you see the potential. You see every once in a while he aces a test. He very little effort, just really crushes it. And then like half the time he brings home a C minus on his report card. And you're just like, if you would just stop being retarded for like 20 minutes, you would be legitimately excellent.
Great. Yeah, you'd be the greatest show ever. Yeah, I can get that because there are moments that are really good. Um uh I'm like Oliver right now is a number one character for me. I'm loving Oliver. And, most of his screen time is in episode three, but I think Oliver's been great. Mark is sort of all over the place. And Cecil, even though he's right,
Cecil's crushing it, in my opinion.
Cecil's right, but know that he's I don't know that he handles the situation well. But it's one of those I keep floating back and forth of like, well, Mark sort of puts him in that position, sort of. But I don't know. The whole white room thing bothered me. It's like I don't. We were talking about it before we the biggest problem right now that causes a ton of I think I would say a ton most of I mean there's some other problems like the cold open of episode 3 was like what the fuck was that? I think like that was just weird and out of nowhere, and even me and my sons, who are both sons, are sitting there watching it. They looked at me like, "What?" Like,
Yep.
no idea what the hell that was about. But we'll get to that. But the biggest thing that I think keeps fucking with this show is, like we said, the power levels. Mark, like we spend the whole, uh, you know, first part of episode 1, Cecil is hard at work training Mark. They give you the stats of how much he's 136% stronger than he was to start with. Over 2 times stronger.
Yep.
And then he can't beat up some bugs
Yep.
that robots can beat up.
Yep.
The power levels are all messed up. I don't know. It screws. I think it screws with the show.
Oh, 100%. I mean, this show is Invincible is and always has been a knockoff Superman. And in many ways it is better than Superman because it's had time to kind of see what works and what doesn't work. But ultimately the problem with any Superman is he's too powerful, he wrecks the plot, so you need to make him dumb or inefficient or whatever to explain why he's not wiping the floor with people. And
Right.
it's really evident in this fight, but it's also evident in at least three other instances where like he's just not really trying. Like he loses the Declaration of Independence because he's just like talking.
Yeah, because that was one where Oliver came to help, right? And he got distracted because Oliver was kicking, was kicking ass alongside of him, and then like, oh yeah, multi, what is it? Multi, yeah, this is it.
Multi-Paul.
Multi-Paul shows up to fight because he's randomly all of a sudden mad at Rex because how long has Multi-Kate been missing? And
Couple
just
months.
now he's mad. Like, it's like, okay, and I guess we now know Multi-Paul is a bad guy because he's part of the gang, right?
Yep.
And it's like, okay, fine. There was also something that like when that's later, but it's like, I don't know, like Kate being on her high horse. Kate's fucking just weird
She
this season.
sucks.
Yeah, she's terrible. The Immortal is you know
Sucks. But
pretty
the
much a
scene in
cuck at this
the
point.
scene in that fight before he's fighting Multi-Paul, where he's just letting the guy punch him because he has no like the guy literally can't damage him. It's like,
Yeah,
just go pick up the fucking Declaration of Independence. Like, what are you doing? Just
yeah.
go pick it up.
Well, and
Like,
also the Declaration is lost. Nothing.
doesn't
Nothing
matter.
said. It doesn't matter. It's just gone. It's like, oh well, they
Yeah.
drat the most important document in American history is gone, and we let them get away with it. We don't know where it is. We don't really know who took it, and that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
it's never addressed. It'll probably come back, as an episode 8 thing for next season. Those two guys are going to change history or something, and whatever, and so that's what that was. But the fact that there's not even conversation about get your shit together, Mark. You just lost the Declaration of Independence for nothing, right? And it's just like, okay, uh, so, um, so, an episode 1 is mostly, we're getting back to seeing what's going on in everyday life with most of our heroes, right?
Yep.
Marcus dropped out of school. He's trying to get together he's decided he wants to get together with Eve, which is all fine,
Yep.
and good. And then, there's nothing really glaringly bad until so I don't. Oh, Oliver is ready. Oliver has got his powers. They were
Yep.
outside playing catch, which I thought was cool. And you
Yep.
find out Oliver has come into his powers already. Mark doesn't really know what to do with that because he wasn't ready for it.
Mm.
Of course, Amazon's player sucks, so I can't get there, but whatever. There it is. So, and he's all ready to crime fight, which I think Oliver is one of the better things done in the show because he sort of acts like a 2-year-old who just found out that he can fly and punch holes in people's faces.
Mm.
So I think he's done really well, personally. But then episode 1, we get all the way to, and then we find out, they've been like teasing Dr. Seismic the whole time, and we find out apparently Dr. Seismic has been communicating with deep earth bugs
Giant subterranean centipedes.
to kidnap every superhero. Subterranean centipedes to kidnap every superhero on Earth at the same time, right?
Yep. That
And
was
then when
indeed
he
his plan.
when his centipedes get all the superheroes, when he looks and doesn't see the most important superhero that he needs to have captured being Invincible, because I think is it Rex that is it Rex or Robot that says at some point that Invincible is the strongest of us, and I think it's Immortal tries to say, he's like, hey now or something, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Mark is fucking he fucking kills us all. No chance. He's the strongest.
Yeah.
Like, right? It's not even close. Mark is by far.
Yeah. Mark is gonna 1v all of you.
Yeah. I forget who makes that statement, but there's a conversation going. I forget who talks about it. Just if you remember, tell me in the comments. But I know that conversation's happening, and one of them says, "Without Invincible, like what the fuck? He's like he's the best of us." And they're like, "Oh, don't talk down about yourself." It's like, shut up. It's just the truth. He's
Right.
just way stronger. It's just the truth. He's better than us by far. It's just the truth, right? Which is also that acknowledgement is what also bothers me about some of the things in the episode, but in the episodes. But Seismic has kidnapped every superhero, but doesn't notice that Invincible isn't there.
Well, I guess let's take it a step further. Doc Seismic has kidnapped all of the superheroes, but doesn't actually want to do anything with them. He just wants to kill them. So rather than just having the centipedes kill them, he has the centipedes knock them out, take them down to this little hell level, put them in egg bubbles, and then start to destroy the ceiling so that the rocks will come down and crush them. Like, it would be one thing if his plan was to like take all of their powers, but that wasn't his plan.
Right. And Dr. Seismic doesn't it's just his wrist things, right? He doesn't really have any powers. He has the wrist gauntlets that give him the earth powers, right?
Yep.
Isn't it? So yeah. So okay, weird plan. Doesn't really make any sense, but here we are. And then Mark shows up with Eve, who also Seismic didn't notice wasn't there. Okay. I guess since we have every superhero on Earth, I guess you could notice if you were missing. I'm not noticing that Invincible's missing, but Eve, I guess you could sort of overlook.
Yeah, I at least want to make sure that my A and B listers are there.
Yeah.
Like, if Rex Explode isn't there, I'm probably okay.
I'm okay.
Like,
Yeah. If Rex Explode isn't there, it's like, oh well, I'll get him up in phase 2, no problem. But then we get this. Where is it? We get this fight scene, which
Mark and
would
Eve
be
start
cool
getting bodied.
if it was just Mark and Eve start getting their butts kicked by a bunch of giant bugs. And we get this throwaway line. They've grown up in the core of the earth, so their skin is stronger. And it's like, what?
That is not an adequate justification for, especially when you've delivered the line.
Invincible can't. All he's got to do is go ahead.
Well, you can't deliver the line already in this episode. This is the heaviest thing on Earth we can think of for him to lift, when he's lifting a glacier the size of a suburb, and then have him not be able to push back a centipede. Like, come on.
Right. That so you saw how strong he was fighting his father.
Yeah.
He's 138% stronger. That doesn't even count the other things that he's better at. And he can't fly down this bug's throat and come out its ass and kill it, or just go through its brain. He can't fuck up these bugs? Like, what the fuck?
Or even just like ignore the bugs, fly by them, and run through Seismic. Like,
yeah. Just grab Seismic, crush his gauntlets. I mean, like, if you don't want to kill him, right? It's just like, so like the whole fight is totally it's totally unbelievable, but it's all so this is the power problem, right? Yep. So you weaken Mark to a point where they lose and they get thrown into a bubble, and then he walks around with a hole in his shoulder for the rest of the episode, which is weird, but fine. All to get the big opening of Darkwing 2, who I had to keep asking my kids, why everybody hates him, because I totally forgot why everybody hated him.
Darkwing.
But
Yeah.
So we get the reintroduction of Darkwing 2, who I don't really have a good memory of.
Yep. And then
And of course, the zombie robots that of course we know Mark is going to have a negative reaction about, because they're related to his friend and his partner.
Yep.
But then these robots go around destroying all the fucking bugs.
Yep.
And it's like, what? How fucking strong are these robots?
Yeah. Are the robots stronger than Mark? Because the robots seem stronger than Mark in this fight scene.
Yeah, they definitely do, right? And Darkwing seems like, I mean, he's head of the bugs, or head of the zombie guy. I don't know. But then we end the episode. They're having the conversation, and we end with and then we go into episode 2, where everything just pops off.
Yep. And episode 2 was good. Like, genuinely quite an enjoyable episode.
Yep. No, two had the moral dilemma and shit, but it's like it's got this overarching problem for me of, well, we're here. How did we get here? Well, we got here because we had to do some stupid shit.
Yes, it was definitely forced.
Depower Mark, so we could get the introduction of the bad robots.
Yep.
Or the zombie robots, I should say.
Yep.
And it's like, I mean, and I thought all the flashbacks for Cecil were great.
Yep.
Getting some insight on Cecil and what, how he got how he was. It's all good. I'm not sure how I felt about the whole white room thing. But that's again power level. Again, the problem is Cecil is confronted by Mark about this. Mark is getting heated. Cecil is like, dude, I'm just trying to protect the planet. And there's this Mark, it's just baffling to me. Mark has this weird idea that Darkwing might be roaming around free doing whatever he wants, because he seems to be, they're assuming that they're both just walking around, just living normal lives, when the doctor guy that's making the zombies, I forget his name, we saw he's pretty much locked in a lab doing nothing but making zombie robots.
Yep.
So he is in jail. He's just making robots instead of being wasted in a jail doing nothing.
Yep.
It's not like he's going to dinner and having cocktails and teaching school. He's just in a room making zombie robots.
Yeah.
So it's basically a work release. He's in jail. So Mark has this thing, like, he's like, he should be in jail. It's like, well, Mark, like, this is what I don't see why Cecil didn't say, like, well, Mark, he is in jail. He's down in the basement. He doesn't leave. He just eats shits and makes zombie robots for me.
Yep.
That's all he does. Like, I don't know, like, now, sure, I guess Mark didn't give him the chance to really say much, but he didn't even try and say, well, I don't know what you think, but he's not free.
Yep.
He's just working for us while he's in jail.
Yep. And I find this to be an interesting relic of the very beginning of the 21st century, where, like, we were in Iraq and Afghanistan, and it's like, oh, you've captured these people. Well, the death penalty is apparently bad, so we can't do that. But also, they're bad enough that, we could never let these people, kind of back out on the streets. So apparently, Mark's position is the moral one of just, like, keeping them in prison forever, which is kind of not how people feel about stuff now. So I find that to be kind of bizarre in an almost interesting way.
Yep.
But this entire season seems to be set up on making Cecil seem like a complicated character. And all I can think in this is, again, going back to the Superman thing, like the most famous Superman story of the 21st century is probably Injustice, where the entire world pisses its pants because Superman goes evil,
Yeah.
which is what Cecil is trying to deal with, except instead of one Superman, it is an entire empire of Supermen. So there's basically nothing Cecil can do here that I'm not going to just be like, yep, nope, he's right.
Well, it's worse than that. It's the son of a guy that we've already seen murder the most powerful people on the planet because he's trying to open the way for his people to colonize it, right? So this is the son of that man who is definitely a different person, but you know, that doesn't mean he's just trying to protect the mother, the planet, right? So he's going to take steps that's totally in his personality to do that, right? We find out the things in Mark's brain to he's got the noisemaker thing that affected him, from what was it, the underwater creature or
Yep.
whatever. So they synthesized something and put it in his head, and of course it works, and Mark ends up with the Guardians who suck, by the way. The Guardians, man, what
Just
a fucking
trash.
shitty team of fucking shit, right? Holy shit. But my only thing is Cecil is pretty much right about everything he says. I think there's some things he could have said and done to de-escalate this before it got to
I,
I'm going to this is the, I'm going to completely alienate my one chance at protecting the planet from the Viltrumites.
yes. And it's especially weird when they give you these flashbacks of him arguing with his predecessor, with Cecil kind of taking the position of Mark. So you're kind of seeing this change, this reflection of this argument taking, coming up again in the next generation. But my question at that point is, Cecil, you have to remember it wasn't that long ago that you were in Mark's position making the same arguments. Would it kill you to
Yeah,
demonstrate
he should be able
that
to relate to Mark. Yeah.
yes, understand and demonstrate that you know where he's coming from? And he just doesn't do it. And it's just one of those things, like, you can't be such an idiot that you think, "Urgh, I'm the main guy. Everybody's just got to listen to me no matter what." Because
Yeah.
I'm sorry, uh, you're basically the coach of an NBA team. Like, yeah, you matter, but you matter in the sense that you need to get all of these egos like working together and not pouting and showing up to practice. You're not
Yep.
fighting these guys on your own.
Yep. Yeah. Well, and it's yeah, that's exactly right. And it's look, it's not even close because Mark rips through these robots, like he just fucking tears them to pieces. Like it's not even close. Like like I don't even think it was breaking a sweat ripping through them. I mean, yeah, the Guardians joined in and helped a little bit, but that also the bolsters my point. Is if the Guardians, who suck personally, think the Guardians suck.
Yep.
If them plus Mark are able to rip through all these robots, what chance do they have against 3 Viltrumites or maybe more?
Or 1,000 Viltrumites.
Or
Like,
a
you're
thousand?
boned. Like, I'm
What
sorry,
what
dude. You're
chance do these,
boned.
right? So if the Guardians are strong enough to kill these robots pretty handily, and the Guardians got fucking destroyed by Omni-Man pretty handily, like, yeah,
The
Omni-Man was a
the
little beat up at the end,
the
but
guard the Guardian A team.
yeah,
This is the
yeah,
Guardian C team.
yeah, exactly. What's Cecil thinking? Because now he's alienated the one chance he's got to save the planet from the threat that they know is coming. It's not like it's a mystery. That's why they were doing all the training in episode 1.
Yep.
So instead of trying to de-escalate things by talking to Mark and going, "Look, I've been in your shoes. We need to talk this through. Can we go talk about it like fucking people?
Mhm.
Like people that are trying to save the world. Can we sit down and talk about it, Mark? Can you pump the brakes a little bit and I can talk to you, we could talk about it?"
Yep.
We don't do any of that. And we just go to straight Cecil starts attacking him with fucking robots. And how's that turn out? Really fucking bad.
Yep.
And now the Guardians don't, half the Guardians don't trust him. Mark doesn't trust him. He's lost control. It's like you've lost control of everybody and your robots suck.
Yep.
They're good at tearing apart bugs, but superheroes not so much.
Yep.
So what's the plan now for saving the planet?
100% agree.
So it's like that. So it's like it's hard because like I'm enjoying a lot of it. Well, this bothered the fuck out of me too.
This
like I don't care how much she knows this guy, because she wants to get laid, and she's lonely. She outs Mark's secret identity to a guy she's gone on one date with, but has known for a while.
Yeah, absolutely nuts.
And it's like, and then we're told by the show that we're wrong for thinking that's stupid because Mark backs down at the end. Or I guess that's an episode. Is that in episode 3? Because Mark shows up with Oliver, and the guy knows.
Yep.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, Mom's lonely. She's been through a lot. It's okay." It's like it's not fucking okay. What are you talking about?
Yep. Nope. 100% in agreement. Can we probably should address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
That is Rex Splode is kind of a dog now. Like, I kind of genuinely like the guy.
Yeah. I like. It's too bad his superpower sucks so bad, but I was actually pretty astonished that I actually liked Rex a lot in these episodes. He was totally on point. He was totally right. He's like, coming from their position too, watching Cecil come in and just fucking attack him from their side of things. Rex is completely right. Rex like, how are you gonna work? Do you see what he just did? He just almost killed Invincible. He stuck something in his fucking brain. You trust that guy?
Yep. And not only that, Rex was the guy who threw on Cecil.
Yeah.
Everybody else was fighting the bots. Nobody else wanted a piece of Cecil.
Yep. And he was ride or die with Invincible at the very beginning of episode 1. He's like, dude, let's go. I'm ready. Let's rock. Right.
Let's rock. Are you done being a pussy about Eve? Or are you gonna go try and shut that down? Fuck, I never thought the day would come where Rex would be my favorite character.
Rex was really good. Yeah, it's funny, but Rex was really, really good. Like I found myself rooting for him, going, okay, you need to fall in some acid or something and become stronger or something, right? It's like you need something a little better than Gambit powers. You need something else too, right? So no, Rex, I agree. Rex was great. Like I loved Rex. Yeah. I'm glad you said that because it was very good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for and then even Mark have their little talk. She's being a little bit of a cunt, but that's okay. She's making him work for it. That's okay. I don't have any problem with that. You go, girl. Make him work for
it. We got 8 episodes. We got to fill.
Yeah, C word was a little harsh. That I'll take that back. She was being hard to get, which I can't really blame. She's like, you only like me because future me. That's fucked up. And it's like, dude, your gay buddies were right, dude. Listen to your gay buddies. Like, come on, Mark.
Right.
Mark, listen to your gay buddies. They were 100% right about everything they said to him.
What is the point of having gay friends if not for fashion tips?
Right. Not for love advice. They were 100% right. It's like my son said, he's like, dude, Mark's friends were low-key right about everything. I'm like, you're not wrong. They were 100% on point, and Mark just fucking ignored them, and they paid the price. So she comes around, she comes around by the end. So of these 3 episodes, but then we get the weirdest fucking no sound. Speaking art house intro. Like, go ahead.
Speaking of 2004 morality, the gay guys are are
Are
just
they gay
living.
guys? Were they gay guys? I couldn't
Yes,
tell. Like,
they're
are they? Okay,
yes, they
I
were.
couldn't figure out if they were gay or not. I mean, not that that matters. Not that there's any. I'll steal one from their Poyle. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well, to an extent, it's relevant because it affects how they're framed. You know, they're very much framed as like good people with like the musical cues and whatnot,
Yes.
which wouldn't the show wouldn't have applied that to a straight couple of criminals who did the same thing. So it's very weird uh that portrayal, and then the oh, they're only criminals again, they were just here to steal a loaf of bread to be able to feed their family.
Yes, because they were the big poors and they were hungry. So they had to rob a bank again. But look, they resisted twice. So they're good men because they tried to stop themselves twice. But then the third time was the charm, and they couldn't resist robbing the bank the third time because their tumsy wumsies was hungry. It's like,
Yes.
what?
And it, like, when people talk about woke bullshit, this is the wokest bullshittest of woke
Yeah,
bullshit.
it just got snuck right in there, and it's like fucking. How long is it? Like 15 minutes?
Yeah, I think it's 6, and
Oh,
I know
okay.
6 doesn't sound long, but in an episode of television like a cold open, that's long.
It
Like,
felt long because like in Easton, my youngest was sitting there looking at me like he looked at me like 2 or 3 times, going, What is this?" Because there's no sound either.
nope.
That's why I said art house nonsense, because it's just
Well, there's the music in the background that's supposed to clue you in that you're supposed to feel bad for these guys, and
oh, it's like stop it. It's
right,
like stop it. It's like, oh, and then his little belly monster goes and eats somebody. It's like, man, I don't know that I feel bad for these two.
no, and it's just like, you know, oh, we can't get jobs. Like, motherfuckers, you're fucking supervillains. You could
They
go sign
held
up.
they held down No, look. He held down a job. He was just a dickhead and didn't want to flip burgers. He was too good to flip burgers.
No, I mean they held on to the job until the inflation priced them out till they couldn't afford to eat and keep their home on their burger flipping wages.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yes,
Well, blame
by inflation.
Biden. I was gonna try not to say it, but
Yeah, I don't think Seth Rogen thought this one through when he wrote it.
no,
But yeah,
no, no.
this it's just
Well, my
it
favorite
was
part is just fucking Invincible and Oliver show up and just fuck these guys up. Oliver shows up, just smacks him in the face, is like, "What?" It's like, they're bad guys.
right
I,
faced
I
Oliver.
fucking love it. He's just like, "What's the problem? Like, he was gonna get you. I smacked his ass in the face. I saved your ass."
Right.
It's
Like my
it's like
my my
what?
my question with this cold open was like, do you think they thought through kind of what they were going to have Cecil be doing and saying in this episode? Like, Cecil's like, oh, we forgive everybody that has potential. Like, based on what Cecil is saying, these two doofuses could have had jobs on the Guardians of the Universe or whatever the fuck
Yeah, is
this
that what
team's
they're
name is
saying?
called.
Like, if they just went to Cecil, he's like, "Well, we can re-educate you. We'll give you a shot."
Well, I mean, the guy
Is
who's
that what they're saying?
making zombie cannibal robots got a rehabilitation
Well,
job.
right. Well,
So
I mean, is that what they're saying? Is that if those guys just went back to Cecil, they'd have a job as like Guardian B team or something? Like,
that's kind of what I took away from it. I
I
don't
guess
think
is that what they're saying? Like, I guess I don't know. I just
I,
was like, "What the fuck is this?" Is all I got from it. And Oliver smacking face and saving his brother, which he does several times
all
this
the
episode.
time because Oliver is a better superhero than Mark in
Oliver
this episode.
fucking rocks, man. They should call this show Oliver, and I'm in. Like, I know that's not how you felt initially, right?
No, I got to basically right before the Mahler twins fight, and I was like, this kid sucks. And then that Mahler twin fight happened. I was like, this kid is awesome.
My favorite part about Oliver is that he acts just like he is. He's a fucking 5-year-old who just found out he's Superman.
Right?
And he wants to be like his dad and his brother. He doesn't understand. He's only seen his dad do as a morally good person.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to be like his dad. And Mark's trying to say, well, okay, but not all of dad. And he's like, why? Dad's awesome. And Mark's like, it's like, I'm Omniboy. He's like, he's like, what? My dad's awesome. What's the problem? Right. And he acts like a kid that finds out he's Superman. He wants to help. And morally, he's not, he's like, well, they're bad guys. They don't need to live. Fuck them.
Yep. And it's very much the, the joke about how like little kids are sociopaths. Like, they have no regards for the feelings of others because that part of their brain isn't developed yet. Like you said, it's for better and worse. He's a 7-year-old that has the powers of Superman.
Yeah, it's great. I fucking love it. It's partially probably because I have, but I love it. It was just like I instantly just fell in love with Oliver. But then we get to the part that brought dread to my heart. Thankfully, it only lasts like 5 minutes.
I don't even know why this was in here.
Then she's gone again. It was because everybody was going, I wonder if Amber's okay with Mark going after fucking what's her face. And it's like, no, I wasn't. I was just glad Amber wasn't around.
Like, bro, they broke up. Like,
it's like Amber's moved on. It's like I feel like, you know what? Actually, I'm thankful the scene was in here. It wasn't too long. This was the Amber's moved on scene. She's got a boyfriend. She's over Mark. We don't got to fuck with Amber anymore scene.
Perfect.
Wonderful.
Short of having her get hit by a bus and dying, like this is the
next best thing. Yes.
Unfortunately, in the show, she got hit by a bus. I'm pretty sure Cecil would try and make her a hero, so he'd rebuild her.
Yeah.
So you're right. This may be the best outcome.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. We get to find out Amber is no longer a main character of the show because she's fucking some other dude. It's like perfect. I well done, show. Good job. So they're reforming team, I guess.
Yep.
Fine. I don't,
I love
the Brainiac twins are
Yep. I love Robot as a character. Like,
yeah,
he's like,
well, and that's something like we didn't talk about. Robot. Sorry. No,
go ahead.
I think we got a little delay going. We didn't talk about it, but that's one of the things. Robot, when we didn't talk about it, but after the whole Cecil incident, half of the Guardians break up, and Robot's decision to go with Rex and crew, partially because of Monster Girl. You have to note, obviously, it's there, but his main reason is because I may need Invincible to be on my side one day.
Yep.
So I'm not going to fuck with him.
Right.
I'm fucking out.
Right.
Which again highlights that Invincible is so much stronger than fucking everybody.
The Robot reminds me again. I'm going to go back to the NBA analogy. He's like a role player on LeBron James's team, where like LeBron and the coach are having a spat, and he's like, no, I'm with LeBron. LeBron's going to last way longer in this league than the coach is. Like, hey, if
exactly
if LeBron goes to the owner and says it's me or the coach is out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, LeBron's in charge, like him or not, he's in charge.
I also liked how Invincible came in and said, hey, I got this thing in my head. And our Robot was like, yeah, let's.
Yeah, he's like, get this shit out of me. He's like, yeah, okay, yeah, no problem, I got you. It's out. It's out. You want me to? you can fuck me too if you want. I mean,
It's just a
like,
robot
like,
body. It's fine.
like, I mean, if you, I mean, I haven't done much, but whatever you want, man. I'm good. Like, you need me to clean your house? I'll I'll build your house. I don't care. Whatever
Right.
you need.
I, I did like though that it was almost like there was a generational clash. Like
Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was. Yeah. So you had the old timers basically with Immortal with Kate. Kate is getting married to Immortal, so that's why, of course, they were going to stay together.
Yep.
But then it's what, Samson, and that's it. That's all that stayed, right? It was Samson and those two, and the rest left.
Yep, and they're both like, look, we're company men through and through. What?
Yep.
Look, Cecil may have been a little out of line here, but that's what it takes to make this show
Which
go.
they're pretty much right. Just
Yep.
Cecil fucking. That's the hard part. And I think that's also one of the good things. It's good but annoying, because I think Cecil's smart enough, and since we saw his past and we know how he felt originally,
Yep.
he should have known better and done better on that situation.
Yep.
Now I know it's causing the drama, and that's what they need for the show, but I think it could have been done differently. I think the thing in his head would have been a better instigator than the evil robots. If like something happened and Cecil had to shut him down, like Mark was about to kill somebody or something, and Cecil had to be like phew and shut him down, and Mark's like, what the fuck was that, right? And he had to do a morally good thing to stop Invincible by using the button or something, right? That would have been better than this weird drama with the robots and shit that had to come from nowhere because Mark couldn't. The whole season is happening because Mark couldn't kill some bugs.
Yep.
That's the biggest problem I have with the season 3 right now.
Yep.
Mark could not kill some bugs, so everybody's pissed off.
Yep. And I don't even necessarily hate the robots. I think it's it's good for Cecil's character in the sense that it establishes like he's got plans on plans on plans on plans.
Oh, I don't mind the robots because obviously he wants something he can control to protect the planet. I'm just saying that the robot thing, they should have been able to talk through without him going straight to attacking.
Yep.
The putting something in his fucking head to stop him thing, I don't think Mark is fucking gonna. That's like, no, you're trying. You can kill me whenever you want. That's not okay.
Yep.
So I think the robot thing with a cool-headed discussion could have been gotten over. The thing in his head, nah, not so much. Yep. So I think you could have sort of stepped it up. The robots could have been like, "What the fuck are you doing, Cecil?" And he's sort of on the defensive. And then when he hits the thing to stop him from doing something, that's the thing that pushes Mark over the edge and says, "I'm done with you, motherfucker. I'm done. You can't get the shit out of my head. I'm done." Right?
Yep.
I just don't like that we had to have it do a stupid to have all the drama start.
Yep.
They could have done better.
But so if you're the president, do you have to fire Cecil, right? Like
you lost Invincible? Yeah, done.
Your star player has walked off.
It's even worse than that. It's even worse than that. You have allocated funds to train him because you have sold that Invincible is the last and only defense for the Viltrumite Empire coming to take over the planet. He's the only one that can stop him. So you've spent all this money training, building equipment, doing stuff to get Invincible 130% stronger among other strengths. And now he's playing for the other team, or he's gone free agent.
Yep.
You got to be. You're done. You're done. It's like for the LeBron analogy, it's like losing LeBron after you won a championship. It's like, oh, we didn't want to pay him, and then he leaves, and then he goes and wins a championship against you. It's like, no, what the fuck are you doing? No, you keep your star, right? Not that Not
It,
that I
it,
like
it, if
LeBron, but we're doing the LeBron analogy, so we're staying there.
right, if I as an owner can bring LeBron back into the fold by firing the coach, out of here.
Yep,
Sorry, Cecil, you gone.
100%. If the president goes to Invincible and says, "Look, I had no idea he was doing any of this shit. Okay, we're gonna put somebody else in charge. We need you on board, dude. You can have you can have oversight."
Yeah. Do you want to be there when we interview the candidates?
Yep.
Would you like a bigger house?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah. Do you want to fuck Robot? Because he said he's willing. Robot's totally in for it. He's ready. He's ready to go. You said Monster Girl was okay with the two. You guys can get it going. No, whatever you want. Whatever you want. But and I understand. Like, you can't give him too much power. Like, but I think Mark has shown that he's a morally good person at this point. But it's the whole like thing they did bad in Justice League. Or Batman versus Superman. I'm sorry.
Everything.
Well, yeah, but the idea of true, yeah. Sorry, got me. The whole Batman, worried about the alien. What if he decides that he doesn't like Earth anymore or something? And Superman going, I'm from Kansas. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm more American than you, Bruce. What the fuck, right? But it's sort of that dynamic, right? So I sort of get it. And I think I think it would happen, but I think morally Mark has shown that he's trying to do the right thing, and you just need to sort of nurture that and work with him. And I think I think Cecil is important because he does need somebody that will stand up to him. Because Mark always thinks he's right, and he's not always right.
Yeah.
And he's like his father that way, and I think that's what they're trying to show. So they're doing a lot of things right. It's just like the stuff that's gluing it they're using like fucking white glue instead of super glue to paste it all together.
Yep.
It's sort of like it's like, get some better fucking glue, man. Like, come on, you're close. You're that close, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so we get there. So we see this dude. I forget his name, but Rockman Gangster.
Stone Temple.
Then we see that. What's that?
A Stone Temple, whatever the fuck the guy's name is. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when his buddy became a fucking goofball instead of a psychopath, but whatever. Yep. Like, it don't matter. I'm fine. I actually like the gangster guys. They're pretty cool.
Yep.
Hopefully we get a little bit more of them. Then we see Omni Boy gets his suit.
Yep.
Which the pink, I don't know, the color scheme sort of growing on me a little bit. It is a little bit. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it.
I don't even think there's pink in the costume. I think he's just his purple skin.
There's purple. It's like a magenta.
Is it?
There was a shot of it right there. You go.
I see Robin.
Yeah,
colors.
So it's like it's
red, yellow, and black.
Like, it's a magenta, like reddish, yellow, and he's purple. So I mean, it sort of grew on me initially. I was like, yeah, what is that? But I mean, whatever. I sort of digging it, and I did love that he's just like, I'm Omni Boy, and Mark's like,
ooh,
yeah, no, you're not. Be Invincible. Like, oh wait, I'm Invincible.
That had me dying.
I did find that funny because it's like, there's a new superhero called Invincible. It's like, Omni Boy, Invincible. I get it. Very good. What do you think of the new costume?
I don't like it as much as the yellow one. I like the yellow one better, and I think it may be a situation where it'll grow on me, but it reminds me of like Nightwing, and not in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, there it is. There's a good shot. it's okay, but I like the other one's better.
Yep, much
in my
better.
opinion. I don't mind this one as an alternate, but I hope he goes back to the original. Maybe he'll get sick of everybody calling him Omni Boy and he'll go back or something.
Would be legit.
Yep. This is where we get, and then this episode is where we get the
God.
the infuriating moment where she's just like, I really gotta get some.
Mhm.
So don't my world is weird. My son is invincible, and my younger son is fucking a superhero too. So just so you know, can we go home now, please?
I really want to look up who is the. Did we have a writer swap between 2 and 3?
I don't know. I'm not
Kirkman,
sure.
Walker,
Why?
and Otley did too. Because this felt like no, it's the same guys. Like this almost felt like there were 2 different writers. Like season or episode 2 was really really solid. There wasn't a lot of virtue signaling stuff. And then this one came on real heavy, both with the gay shit at the beginning, and then this part where
the Amber interaction with well, I don't know why I can't remember fucking Eve's name. Yeah, man, I'm an idiot. I just said it. I guess I'm just tired. Fucking doing. But so you have that. You have the weird portal open, and then we have the speak your truth, girl. It's okay. I'm not freaked out that you just told me your son's a superhero, and I'll keep a secret because I'm a good guy. It's like, and then Mark coming home and being like, "What the fuck are you doing, Mom?" And she's like, "Look, I want to get." I want, you have robot. I have nobody. Come on, I need somebody. And he's like, "Okay, you're right. It's fine." It's like, Mark, no, it's not fine. It's not fine at all.
Yeah, right.
Like, are you about to, so you're telling me you're gonna marry this guy and you're like, this is the second date.
Yeah. God damn it. Now Cecil's gonna have to kill this fucker.
I know, right? Man, just like it's gonna be a gas accident or something.
Oh my god.
I low-key hate I fucking hate her dad.
Well,
like
it's
like this is where the virtue signaling shit. They make him an asshole and the mom is fine.
Yeah, it's such an obvious somebody hates their dad and decided to write in a stand-in because he's such a comedically terrible character that has no redeeming values whatsoever.
Well, it's like, what's he expect? I don't understand his expectation. You have superpowers. Well, don't ever use them. It's like, it's going to happen. What is your fucking problem?
Is what I think it's supposed to be a gay analogy, but
is it?
I think so.
Well, because I thought in the first, I think it was the first season or the second, I thought in one of the seasons it was framed as he didn't want her using her powers because he didn't want her to get hurt.
And that might have been in the first season,
but now it's like he's superhero racist.
Yeah,
and it's like, what?
Yeah,
where did this come from? This is stupid.
Yep, it's not good.
It's not. It's literally a scene that could be thrown away. But it's just that she's got to move in, so it's a weird one. It's a very weird scene. I don't know. I hate it because the mom's like, I don't really like the superpowers, but I love my daughter, so agreed. That's the rules. No superpowers in the house.
Yeah,
and he's like, fine. It's like,
I'm a cis heteronormative white male, and I'm wrong about everything.
It's so weird. It's just like, all right. Then we get the recap. They start, I'm not sure why they haven't started smooching yet and getting down, but whatever. I guess they're smooching there. Then we get the funny military scene where they're like, this wall was blown up, and then the twinsies come right through the same area in the wall,
Dude, how bad are the Mauler?
which
How
was really
bad
great.
are the Guardians that the Mauler twins are
Like that's
just?
what I was gonna say. The Mauler twins just. Well, again, we're back to power. We're back to power fucking levels, right? So the Mauler twins, because they have a ray gun that I guess fucks up human DNA, or something, nervous system,
Ish. Yeah.
just shoots them each with a laser, and they're all done.
Yep.
It's like, wow. Where's Robot? By the way, was Robot here?
Yeah. He was in this
No,
fight,
he
I
wasn't
believe.
here because it's the Guardians, not Team. They weren't there,
I thought the. Oh, you're right.
right? I
Ah,
don't
yeah.
think they
Nope.
showed up.
Nope. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, it was just the three leftovers.
The D team.
The D, now the D team, the Immortal just keeps losing. Oh, I forgot this guy, Mr. Captain Annoying.
Shape
Apparently,
Smith.
apparently that's Sonic the Hedgehog's voice. Ryan said,
Really?
"I think so." That's what Ryan said. It sounded like it.
I got it open.
He's not an important enough character to get credits on the side of the thing, though. The newscaster is, but not that guy. I don't understand that, but whatever. So the Mauler twins show up. They start wreaking havoc, which good. I love the Mauler. Oh, there you go. Ben Schwartz. I don't know if he really is Sonic or not. Ryan said he sounded like him. So why are they here? Not sure what they're doing. Well,
They're going for
I
the
think they're
missile.
trying to get what the missile. Oh, they're going for the nuke. That's right. They want the nuke.
Yeah, Ben Schwartz is
Invincible
Sonic.
shows up.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Good attention to detail. Go Ryan. Invincible shows up and gets his ass kicked.
Yep. Omni Boy saves the day, takes out the gun.
So the Maulers shoot him. He's able to resist some of it because he's part Viltrumite, I'm assuming. So it's not all human DNA, I guess, or whatever. So they just get ready to shoot him again.
Somebody make sure they get the schematics on that gun, by the way.
Yeah. Cecil. That's a better deterrent than your fucking hire the Mauler twins. Why aren't you trying to rehabilitate them?
Yeah, right.
They're fucking great, but apparently gone now. I don't know. Hopefully they had a clone somewhere else sitting in cold storage. But so Omni Boy, of course, comes and saves the day, destroys the gun, and fucking kills the Mauler twins like they were fucking nothing.
Yep.
Oh well, that's right. Mark leaves to go get the rocket.
Yeah, they launched the nuke because Mark is a retard who can't stop fucking having conversations in the middle of fights.
Yeah, I would assume there's an abort button.
Right.
But I mean, semantics. This is another one of those things. It's like you probably could have found another way to stop that, but I guess it is a nuke going. So, but they had to get Mark out of the building so we could have the Omni Boy stuff. So the Maulers see the boy, and then he fucking just destroys them. He breaks one of their jaws immediately, and then he flies right through the other one.
Yep.
Oh, fucking instant fan of Oliver right there. Boom.
Right. What a fucking winner.
Boom. Down he goes. Oof. So good. And then this was the part that was pretty fucking.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking.
Trying to surrender, and he just gets terminated.
I give up. Oh my god. Boom. Ooh boy. Yeah, and of course Mark. Well, and then of course, who is it? The immortal that fucking rats on him.
Yep.
The immortal rats on him is like he.
He was in the process of
Cecil's sort of
surrendering.
like good job, right?
Yeah. Except maybe could you have
Was it
left one
Cecil
alive?
basically?
Yeah, Cecil doesn't know what to do,
Is
but
that
he's
what he
like,
said?
what does he say?
I don't know what he said. I forget what Cecil says. Oh, they're just
Yeah, he's
stuck.
just
Okay.
yeah, sorry that the adults in
Yeah.
the room are a bunch of bitches.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically basically Cecil just doesn't know how to deal with it.
Yep.
Mark, of course, again, overreacts. I don't know what he expects. Cecil's whole team is down, so he doesn't think. I mean, yeah. So this is. I don't know. Mark's temper and not being able to think through anything rationally is getting a little bit annoying. But I guess we're trying to equate that to Omni Man. So I guess that's what we're doing, matching up like father, like son worries.
Seems like it because Cecil definitely calls him out as the hypocrite on the
Yeah.
like, oh, you're very much against rehabilitating anybody else except for your father who
Father. Yeah.
massacred thousands.
Yeah. Your father, the mass fucking murderer you want to redeem, but everybody else, no, Mark, what the fuck, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, so Mark is on his moral high horse, and he's been pretty much wrong about everything.
Is
I mean, I
one
don't
of
know if wrong about everything, but he's just going off the fucking deep end without talking to anybody to get any explanation at all. He's not letting anybody get a word in.
yep. I guess first of all, I really liked this scene because Oliver's like, "Why are you such a bitch?
Yeah,
Like, they're bad guys. Who gives a
it's
fuck?"
like, yeah, I killed the bad guys. So what? They're
You know,
fucking bad.
right? And I'm like, can we change this up? We can call this Oliver season 1. This doesn't have to be Invincible season 3. But
Yeah, he's like, you sound just like dad. Yeah, this is you sound just like dad. So yeah,
so yeah,
why is that
that's
bad? Exactly.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, I guess the on the Mark losing his temper thing. Uh, he's such a mild mannered little bitch when he's out of costume that I find like the him losing his temper in costume to be just a little bizarre
Yeah.
because he doesn't have that personality outside of the costume.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's one of the things that
Yeah, he
bothers
did.
me.
He's completely opposite. Yeah, he defers to everybody. He doesn't know. He's indecisive. He can't make a decision. Right. He doesn't. Yeah. Uh, it'd be nice if it came out somewhere in just everyday life. Him getting angry about something, or I don't know. It's just I don't know. Different person under the mask. It's sort of. I think that's what they're going for though. Is just trying. Omni Man and his father were sort of like that. But when he was out as gosh, why can't I remember Omni Man's actual name? Fuck.
Nolan.
Nolan. When Nolan for the most part was mild mannered, but yeah, you could see his temper come out here and there when he was Nolan and not Omni Man. It'd be nice to see the temper sort of leak out here and there. But he doesn't even really get extra mad at Oliver for not listening to him. He gets sort of mad, but most of the time that's while he's in the suit.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. But they sit him down and say, "Don't kill people." And he's like, "Fine."
I thought this was a really good scene actually with
Yeah,
the mom.
yeah. No, I think it was good. Yeah, I do. I was just summing it up, but yeah, it's basically yeah. I think it's a good scene. I hope it. I hope it sort of sinks in. I don't want to see Oliver go down. I really don't want to see Oliver go down a fucking villain, almost villain thing. I hope he is actually taking what they're saying to heart and using better judgment. I like him seeing him kill people, but
Yeah.
they need to kill people. He needs to kill people who haven't surrendered. Right?
We need Mark to start killing people.
Yes, we need Mark to start, actually being a superhero. Killing some bugs would be a good place to start. But I mean, overall, like, it sounds like I know it sort of sounds like I had a lot of negative to say, but I still am liking it. It's just those few little things that I thought, just sort of. I think that's the best thing. You got a lot of good things happening. It's just like the stuff that you're doing to push it together is sort of like, I wish that was a little more cohesive and just, more tighter, right? But Oliver's been a highlight so far. I hope the Mahler twins aren't gone because I like the Mahler twins, but I mean, I don't know if the Mahler twins could be dead. Both Mahlers are dead at the same time. So I hope there's a body on cryostasis somewhere that I'm gonna activate, but I don't know. I haven't read the comics. I don't know. Maybe the Mahler twins are gone, but I am curious when Nolan's gonna show up. Hopefully it's soon. Him and his buddy, his one-eyed buddy. Mm-hmm. So we'll see. I hope we get a breakout episode. That'll be good.
That would be sweet.
Him and gosh, I can't remember the one-eyed guy's name.
I do not give a fuck. I call him Paul in my head. I don't think that's right.
Well, yeah, it works. It's Seth Rogen? It's Seth Rogen's voice. So Seth, whatever.
Yeah, there you
go. So hopefully we'll get that episode, but we'll see. But yeah, so I mean, overall, still interested, still enjoying it. Just hoping that like these things, I guess, work out. Even though like how we got here was not the cleanest, I guess is the best way, right?
Yep.
But it hasn't ruined the show for me. Like I'm still enjoying it. So
yeah.
Because there is a lot of good stuff. So any final words? We talked a lot longer than I thought we were going to talk. So there's a lot to talk about apparently.
Just please, guys, let's turn this C+ into an A-. Let's clean some things up. You're not that far away.
Yes, I completely agree with that. I think that's a very fair analogy. C+ to A-. Yeah, just no more weird cold openings. Definitely no more Amber. And just like let's make sense of some of this stuff that doesn't make sense, and we're really close. We're really close. So, several more episodes to go. Plenty of time to get that grade up. So, looking forward to it. Yeah. And I guess that's it. So, thanks, man. Maybe we'll see what episode 4 brings. Maybe we'll talk about episode 4 too and beyond. We'll see what's up. So. Thanks guys for watching. Please hit the like button on the way out if you're not subscribed. Hope you are now. And leave a comment. Let us know if you're liking Invincible and looking forward to it. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.